Oh, thank you. If only you would be consistent in letting us know. But you're the devil. How could you, right? Alright, so let's just get this. Let's get it. Get it in. Shalom. Any brother or sister out there? Shalom to you. Something going on here. A lot of noise. Okay, so we're just gonna get this done. Hey, Shalom, GMS Dreamer 144. Shalom, brother Yakalum. I know your name because I hear you say it in the videos. And of course, you know by now I repost damn near every video you put up from your dream journal, which is heavy stuff, bro. You know, I really appreciate it because it gives the brothers and sisters hope. You know, it gives us hope. Hey, the water to you as well. Give our love to the Akim up there in Boston, man. You know. So I'm just gonna get right into it. All right, I want to say all praise to the Most High Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rakak Wadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Enough respect to the brothers teaching and preaching the truth worldwide. Now I'm on this channel going live. If you hadn't heard by now, GMS South Carolina 04 live streaming ability has been revoked by YouTube. And I'm celebrating. They revoked my live stream capability from that channel. Now, not just suspended it, they revoked it. They took it back. They snatched it. So anyway, but you know what? That's leading me to the lesson I'm about to go into right now. The title of this lesson is where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. Now I had an alternate title. I kind of played around with it a little bit. Shalom, brother. The title was gonna be "Don't Make YouTube a God or an Idol," but I didn't want to put their name on the video because they're so funny. They might have just completely, you know, snatched it down. But those of us brothers that's, you know, teaching the truth, those of you hopefully elect out there that's learning this truth, don't make, like, we put our videos on YouTube as an end to justify, or as a means to justify the end, however you say that. We use it for what it's worth. But there are other media sites. The thing we can't do is, Shalom, another brother from the Boston camp, the thing that we cannot do is make it to the point where we feel like because YouTube says they don't allow videos on it, on their media, that we feel like that's it, it's over. Because you can go to other sites. The main thing is that the truth is heard. Even if we wasn't even on the internet, but we were still preaching the gospel, we would know that the truth is still being heard. You know, wherever your heart is, that's where your treasure is, that's where your heart is going to be. Is it truly in this word? Because some people do it as a habit. You got people that go on, and I'm going to give you a good example. These people that go on these, last night it was one of Sakari's debates was on. And 1 minute when I did, when I went to my feed page, it said there were 400 people actively watching that debate. A little while later, I went back and I refreshed and I looked at it again, and it was 700 people on a Sakari live stream with and it was a debate. So these people are really not there to receive the truth. They're there for controversy. They're there for entertainment. And these are the ones that their heart is not into the truth. They're into just having something to watch. Our focus is on the word itself. And in the scriptures, this is what's said. This is Luke chapter 12. So we can't make, you know, the social media, the YouTube energy, even on another side. You can't let that energy get you so caught up to the point you lose sight of what's important. What's important is this gospel, the ministry, the word of the Lord, and being doers of the word and not hearers only. So this is Luke chapter 12. And I'm going to start at verse, I'm going to jump around in this. Let me see here. This is Luke 12, verse 16. And he spake a parable unto them, saying, the ground of a certain rich man brought forth plentifully. And he thought within himself, saying, what shall I do, because I have no room where to bestow my fruits? And he said, this will I do. I will pull down my barns and build greater, and there will I bestow all my fruits and my goods. And I will say to my soul, soul, thou hast much goods laid up for many years. Take thine ease, eat, drink, and be merry. But the Most High said unto him, thou fool, this night thy soul shall be required of thee. Then whose shall those things be which thou hast provided? So is he that layeth up treasure for himself and is not rich toward the Most High. And all this that we're doing, some people get addicted to the energy. I've seen guys get addicted to going out preaching the word. They like it because it's energy, confrontation, being out there, you know. But why are you doing it? We're doing it to lay up treasure in heaven, to help seal the elect, to please the Most High. This is why we do this. So whether there be one viewer, 700, 1,000, or whatever, it should feel the same to you. I feel just as good on this channel where there's not as much traffic as I do on the other channel. If I'm out there preaching the word, I love it. If I'm doing a live stream, I love it. If I'm doing an in-transit lesson, I love it, no matter what. It's the word of the Most High, though. But at the end of the day, you know, it's all about what the Most High, what his opinion of you is like. You know, you should think about that. And this right here is our treasure. Now I'm going to jump around in the chapter. Let's jump down here to verse. This is Luke chapter 12, verse 29. It says, and seek not what you shall eat or what you shall drink, neither be you of a doubtful mind. For all these things do the nations of the world seek after, and your Father knoweth that ye have need of these things. But rather seek ye the kingdom of the Most High. Let me read it again. Salaki. But rather seek ye the kingdom of the Most High, and all these things shall be added unto you. Fear not, little flock, for it is your Father's good pleasure to give you the kingdom. Sell that ye have and give alms. Provide yourselves bags which wax not old, a treasure in the heavens that faileth not, where no thief approacheth, neither moth corrupteth. For where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. Right? Where your treasure, that's where you're going to put your time and effort into. We did the live stream last night about this guy, Charles Rogers, that died. You know, he was a former football player. And then basically he got sick and died. He had liver failure. But he said he would get up at 5:30 every morning and put his heart, he said, put his soul into it. Right? I bust my ass. But that was the problem. You put your heart into that. And what did you get back? You didn't get nothing back. You got death. Other people reap your rewards through your labor, through your sweat, through your blood. Now you in the grave. And the Detroit Lions still got money. They got a new stadium since you left. You see? Where your heart is, where your treasure is, that's where your heart is going to be. So this is why the apostles harp on men doing the work, doing lessons, doing shows, because where your treasure is, that's where your heart's going to be. You see? It's plain and simple. Let me get the precept to that, because as we was bringing out last night, I think I want Matthew 6. Because as we was bringing out last night, and a lot of these precepts came out last night when we was doing, doing that live stream. And also too, people come into the truth sometimes. Yeah, you get woke up to the truth for the Most High's sake, for his not for his sake, for the sake of what he's doing. But people often find themselves just in it because it's like the new fad, it's the new trend. Yeah, I'm an Israelite, I'm a black Israelite, I'm a strong Israelite man. I like the way it feels, or whatever. At the end of the day, your only purpose is to A, preach the gospel, maybe to understand the gospel, and whatever's going on inside of it. Everything else is just background. This is your treasure, the real truth, but not just being a part of it just because you want to be in a club on exclusive, exclusive club, like you got a secret decoder ring when you hang out, we call the white man the devil. No, this is a lifestyle, but it's gonna go into the next world, man. You got to be seriously minded, and we trying to go into the next life. We trying to transition into the new world, in a new heavens and a new earth wherein dwelleth righteousness. This is Matthew 6, and y'all bear with me here. Matthew 6, 21. Let me flip over here. Salakia. Matthew 6, verse 21. And it says, verse 19. It says, lay not up for yourselves treasures upon earth, where moth and rust doth not corrupt, and where thieves break through and steal. But lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven, where neither moth nor rust doth corrupt, and where thieves do not break through nor steal. For where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. You see that? Now I want to read a little more. And where is it? Let's jump over here to verse 30. It says, wherefore, if the Most High so clothe the grass of the field, which today is and tomorrow is cast into the oven, shall he not much more clothe you, O ye of little faith? Therefore take no thought, saying, what shall we eat, or what shall we drink, or wherewithal shall we be clothed? For after all these things do the Gentiles seek. For your heavenly Father knoweth that ye have need of all these things. Listen, but seek ye first the kingdom of the Most High and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you. See that? So you got to seek the kingdom, but yeah, and its righteousness though. Jacob come and tell you they ready for the kingdom. They still smoke. They ready for the kingdom, but yet they got, I'm struggling with this weed, brother. Right? They're ready for the kingdom, but yet you still got hate for a brother. You're ready for the kingdom, but yet you still dabbling in the world. You got to seek the kingdom and his righteousness. Why? Because where your treasure is, there's your heart going to be. You're going to constantly work on yourself. You're going to try to be better, right? That's what really the truth is a big part of the truth, is trying to be better, a little bit better every day. When I first came into the truth over 10 years ago, you know, that ain't to say, you know, I'm something. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just giving you for a measure of time so you can know how long ago. But my thing was, you know, from a standpoint, when I found out the truth, I was like, I told the Most High, wherever you, if you just let me be a part of this truth, I'll go wherever you send me to preach. I'll do whatever you have me to do. And my thing was, I wanted to constantly, I would try to get through a whole day without committing a sin. Like, you actively in your mind, you're saying, I want to not sin. I want to not be committing iniquity against the Most High. That's how much you love the Most High. You don't want to commit iniquity. You don't want to commit sins, right? That's part of the being in the truth. You got to seek the kingdom of heaven and the kingdom of the Most High, as it says, and his righteousness. You ought to feel bad when you commit a sin. When you get to the point where you're numb to sin, then you got an issue. When you go off and you can go, oh, well, you know, well, I'm under grace, like these stupid Christians, then you got a problem, man. It ain't about being over righteous neither. It's just a thing where, how would you feel if somebody doggone was unfaithful to you? Because the scriptures say ye are married unto the Most High. So then you don't want to be unfaithful. What do the scriptures say? All the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. So you gotta, you know, let me go to the scripture now. I got something to back that up. This is James chapter 1. As soon as I can get to it. This is James chapter 1. And we're going to read up a bit. Around about verse 17, it says, every good gift and every perfect gift is from above, and coming down, from the Father of lights. Let me read it again. For every good gift and every perfect gift is from above, and coming down from the Father of lights, with whom is no variableness, neither shadow of turning. Of his own will begat he us with the word of truth, that we should be a kind of first fruits of his creature. Wherefore, my beloved brethren, let every man be swift to hear, slow to speak, slow to wrath, 2 ears, 1 mouth, 2 ears, 1 mouth, swift to hear, slow to speak, right? I just had to say that. Wherefore, my beloved brethren, let every man be swift to hear, slow to speak, slow to wrath. For the wrath of man worketh not the righteousness of the Most High. Wherefore lay apart all filthiness. See that? Walk better every day. Lay aside all the filthiness. Stop sinning, for goodness sake. Right? You say you're a man of the Lord, you're a woman of the Lord. How is it that you can't conquer cigarettes? How is it that you can't stop smoking weed? How is it that you can't stop stealing, committing adultery, right? Or whatever other things you're dealing with. How is it that you can't stop? I tried, I just can't quit the cigarettes. Man, give me a break. We all, damn near every brother and sister in the truth either smoke cigarettes, smoke weed, or both. Maybe had other habits. You that sit on the fence out there, you are lying to yourself and to the Most High if you say that you can't quit. Of course you need the Holy Spirit to quit. But why is that you ain't made the connection? The Most High says, if any man lack wisdom, let him ask. Right? Why you ain't prayed about it? Why you just sitting there thinking that your flesh can conquer your flesh? Your flesh can't conquer your flesh. Right? Let's go on a little more. Wherefore lay apart all filthiness and superfluity of naughtiness, and receive with meekness the engrafted word, which is able to save your souls. Going on, it says, for if ye, but be ye doers of the word, and not hearers only, Deceiving your own self. You can't be one of them people. The Lord said it. Why call you me Lord, Lord, and you do not the thing that I say? If your treasure is in trying to walk after these ways, your heart will be there too. You take, what does the scripture say? I can't quote it exactly right, but it said if you take a step toward the Most High, He'll take 2 steps toward you. I might have it backwards. You know, the scripture also said, being returned, seek Him 10 times more. The Most High said you got to weary Him with the amount of times you go before Him. Man, you got to wake up in your sleep praying. You know, you in the middle of the night, you praying. When you wake up, it should be your first thought in the morning. When you wake up in the morning, the first thought. When you go to bed at night, you think about the Most High. You trying, you know, you got to do this thing like your life depending on it, and it does. You know, you got to, that's how you got to be about it. For, it says, but be ye doers of the word and not hearers only, deceiving your own self. You playing yourself if you think you can just hear the word and not do what's written in it. For if any be a hearer of the word and not a doer, he is like unto a man beholding his natural face in a glass, for he beholdeth himself, and goeth his way, and straightway forgetteth what manner of man he was. But whoso looketh into the perfect law of liberty, and continueth therein, you got to continue. But he being not a forgetful hearer, but a doer of the work, this man shall be blessed in his deed. You see that? So you're only going to be blessed. You got to do something. You know? And with social media and these debates and all that crap, you don't have to do anything. They're doing all the work. You just watch it and just enjoy it. Oh, you heard that? Sakari cut him. You know, the fake Jews. Whatever. Whatever. Nothing happened. They still believe they're the people of the Bible. You still believe that they're not. And nothing was accomplished. You got to check. You got to, you know, you got a 20, 40,000 viewers. You monetize your account. We get it. Well, what about the lost sheep? What about the elect? You think that nobody of the elect is getting sealed from no fucking debate? I don't give a damn how you try to put a spin on it. You twist it. But see, the more we do debates, we bringing people from the other. Yeah, we know. We know. Did Elijah have a debate with the prophets of Baal? No, he didn't. They did their demonstration. Nothing happened. He brought out the word. The Most High showed up, and the prophets of Baal got put to death. That was it. It wasn't a debate. They didn't go back and forth. They didn't get everybody to, I mean, people watched it, don't get me wrong. It was to prove, but it was something that actually happened. You see? It was something that actually happened. Let's go on. Let's get Matthew 13. This is the level of commitment that it's going to take. I'm about to read it to you. Matthew chapter 13. And verse, y'all just bear with me here. Verse 44. Again, the kingdom of heaven is likened to treasure hid in a field, the which when a man hath found, he hideth, and for joy thereof goeth and selleth all that he hath, and buyeth that field. Do you see that? Then he put everything into that. If just imagine in your own self, you riding along in the car, you see this car, whatever, broke down car, look like ain't nothing to it. You go there and it's got a whole bunch of money in the back seat, in the trunk, it's filled up, and nobody can see it but you, right? You see that? So you went and you sold everything you had to go back and buy that car. People will look at you like you're crazy. Man, what you talking about? That shack, that jalopy, that hoop, did you going to go buy that hoop then and fix it up and put all that work into it? That's what the truth is like. And I ain't saying it's a broke down jalopy. Don't take it so literal. But as the scripture said, again, the kingdom of heaven is likened to treasure hid in a field. You won't see it at first. It's hid in the field. But the more you dig, you go there. I can tell you right like this. I'm seeing it a little bit how the apostles see us when we first come in. We see it happen with brothers and sisters. A brother or sister come on your comment board at first, they new to the truth, right? Then you see they got their face on the avatar picture. It's just a picture of them. Then they say their name is John Jones or John Fred Jordan, whatever. Then a little while longer, they start getting into it. Then you notice their name change or the avatar change. Then the name change. Now they ain't John Jones no more, right? Now his name is Yakanan. Now his name is, Shapat, or whatever Hebrew name. Now you see them putting up scriptures on the comment board. Now you see them making videos now. Now they got a camp. See? They're getting deeper into it because that treasure was hid in the field. And at first they didn't really see it. They saw it, but they saw the glow of it, but they didn't really get it. But then you start going deeper, and the Most High starts supping with you, and you're going deeper. Then you're going deeper. You know why? Like the sister said, process. But you know why it's like that? because that's a perfect disguise for those that would be just, you know, they just come and see for a little while. I thought it was something, but I found I had to read and study and read too much. I ain't got time to do all that reading, you know. Well, you ain't gonna get it then, because you gotta apply, you gotta study, you gotta use time, energy, may take money, right? There are things that are gonna happen along the way. So this treasure hid in the field, you're not gonna see it at first glance. You can't look at it one time and be like, oh, that's a treasure. Because if that was the case, then everybody would be doing it. It's hid, it's treasure hid in the field. What else? Again, the kingdom of heaven is likened to a merchant man seeking goodly pearls. Matthew 13:45. Again, the kingdom of heaven is likened to a merchant man seeking goodly pearls, who when he had found one pearl of great price, went and sold all that he had and bought it. See that? You put everything into it. Other people might be looking at you like, damn, you know what, man? You put a lot of time. People say that. All you do is make videos. What? Like, that's a bad thing. Every time I turn around, you making a video, you posting the video. What are you worried about it for? What's it got to do with you? This is a conversation between me and my dad. Why do you care? He told me to do it. I'm doing what the Lord said, that we ought to obey the Most High rather than men. You see? But if your heart is in this, it's a treasure to you. If it's a treasure to you, your heart is in this. Check this level of commitment out. This is Matthew. Check out this level of commitment. Matthew chapter 4 and verse 17. From that time, Yahushua began to preach and to say, repent, for the kingdom of heaven is at hand. And Yahushua, walking by the Sea of Galilee, saw two brethren, Simon called Peter and Andrew his brother, casting a net into the sea, for they were fishers. This is their livelihood. This is how they were living and eating. And he saith unto them, follow me, and I will make you fishers of men. What did they do? What you talking about? This is what they did. And he saith unto them, follow me, and I will make you fishers of men. And they straightway left their nets and followed him. See that? You had to leave off from everything and follow the Lord. And when you read in Revelation 14, I got to go grab it. It just popped in my mind. I even had this down. Revelation 14, when they're dealing with the elect, right? It says this, Revelation 14 and 1, and I looked, and lo, a lamb stood on the Mount Zion, and with him 144,000, having his father's name written in their foreheads. And I heard a voice from heaven as the voice of many waters, and as the voice of a great thunder, and I heard the voice of harpers harping with their harps. And they sung as it were a new song before the throne and before the four beasts and the elders. And no man could learn that song but the 144,000 which were redeemed from the earth. Listen, these are they which were not defiled with women, for they are virgins. The other philosophies, right? They weren't defiled with them. These are they which follow the Lamb, whithersoever he goeth. These were redeemed from among men, being the first fruits unto the Most High and unto the Lamb. And in their mouth was found no guile, for they are without fault before the throne of the Most High. So when you go back to the scripture, they straightway dropped their nets and they followed the Lord wherever he went. That's the spirit of the elect. You trying to be where the truth is, not because it's on YouTube, it's social media, it's hilarious, it's exciting. Look at the debate, look at the foolish Muslim getting cut by the word. You know, the ghetto hood gets stabbed up by the knife of truth. Not because it's that, but because it's pure. It makes you want to change, makes you want to be a better person. You feel a connection that you didn't feel before. See? You follow the Lamb whithersoever he goes. It don't mean you walk around behind him. Look, how shy. Wait, you know, can I ride in your chariot? And I'm making light of it. But it means you go where his word is. His word is in you. You're trying to do better. You ain't just, you know. Right, like brother said, look at his shiny garment, you know. I'm talking about it when you look at these debates and stuff. That's just entertainment. I'm going to tell you right now, there's no way that 700 people was watching a debate last night on Sakari channel because they was into the word of the Lord. It's not possible. Because why didn't some of them people bleed? We make more videos than anybody. Why ain't them 700 ain't bleed over to our side? I heard GMS had the most edification. They teaching everything. They'd rather see a debate. Half of the people were probably Edomites. You know? It's just fruitless. There's nothing there, man. There's nothing there. Trust me. This is Mark 1. And somebody going, you gonna have sensitive Israelites. You always talking about the car. Can't I can say whatever I want to say. And if I want to use them for an example, then I'll do it. This is Mark 1, verse 16. Verse 15. I'm sorry, 14. Now after that, John was put in prison. Yahushua came into Galilee preaching the gospel of the kingdom. What was the Lord doing? Preaching the gospel of the kingdom. We be preaching the gospel of the kingdom. We go into the debate. Shut up. You preach the gospel of the kingdom, you go and you preach the word. Oftentimes, there's no other voices heard other than the prophets preaching the gospel. Ain't no rebuttal in that. Ain't no moderators in that. Ain't no, you get your 5 minutes to ask these questions. Ain't no questions. Sometimes we don't even take questions. We just preach the gospel and let it do what it does, right? Now, after that, John was put in prison. Yahushua came into Galilee preaching the gospel of the kingdom and saying, the time is fulfilled and the kingdom of the Most High is at hand. Repent ye and believe the gospel. Now, as he walked by the Sea of Galilee, he saw Simon and Andrew his brother casting a net into the sea, for they were fishers. And Yahushua said unto them, come ye after me, and I will make you to become fishers of men. And straightway they forsook their nets and followed him. You see that? Straightway they forsook their nets and they followed him. They left their dad behind, they left the nets, they did everything they was doing. Same how the truth did us. I can tell you my own story. I was in Atlanta, Georgia, right? Me and my cousin had an independent record label. I was in the studio. He was gone. I was there. I had never really been on the internet that much. Then I started going for the first. When I found out about the truth, that was my first time really going on the internet. Not like the very first time, but it was like my first series of times going on the internet. I was computer literate. I just didn't think nothing about it. I didn't care for the internet. So I went on it and saw some videos, and then I ran into the truth. And after that, I've been following Yahushua ever since. I've been trying to catch up with him everywhere I went. You see, everywhere he went, Salakia. Everywhere his truth went, I followed him. I was watching other Israelites at first. I was like, something about it. But then, but then I saw the apostles, and I was like, damn, man, these guys got to be telling the truth. And then YouTube took their site down. Then I searched and I found them again. They took it down and I searched and I found them again. They took them down, I searched and I found them again, and it stayed that way. Till finally, I wasn't rapping no more. I was like, you know what? I started finding out about little conspiracy stuff here and there. It became obvious to me that what they were saying, if you go try to be in the music business, then you're going to have to sell out. That means you're going to have to, you're going to have to visit the director's couch. Those of you that don't know what that means, look it up, Basically, you're going to have to give up that butter. You're going to have to do something nasty. And I was like, I ain't willing to do that. Plus, I'm just not that important to me, Because why? My treasure started becoming this. That's what my heart went to. That's why I stopped rapping. That's why I don't understand when guys, you can still rap. Hey, brother, I'm the dopest Israelite rapper. Yeah, we know. Because that ain't nothing. That's just, you still want to be a nigga, but you're only a nigga now that knows the truth. That's all it really is. That's all it really is. Yeah, sister said it. Sell your soul. So when I saw that, I said, you know what? Hey, that ain't the life for me. And I left and I never looked back. I dropped my net I was going to try to hook the rich people in the world with and make me. Because let's face it, Jake's main goal is to be a millionaire, man. Then you want to be a millionaire so you don't got to work. So you don't have to do shit. So in the essence, you really just want to defeat the curses. That's what you're trying to do. But it's not going to work. You're not going to defeat the curses. Ask Charles Rogers. Ask Bushwick Bill. Ask John Singleton and Christoph St. John and Tupac and Biggie and Prince and Michael Jackson and Whitney Houston and Bobby Houston. Ask them. They'll tell you if they could talk, because they all dead. You're not going to defeat the curses. Where your treasure is, there will your heart be also, man. And that's it. Beautiful. Brother said, labor not to be rich. And that's in the scriptures. So you know what? That's all I got. I mean, don't make YouTube a god, okay? Because YouTube is just, YouTube gonna be burned up just like America. What do you think? You think America gonna burn up, but YouTube gonna be still there? Hell no. It's gonna get destroyed, man. And they can take back, they can be like the little badass kid that that can't play basketball but got a basketball, and you show he at the court trying to shoot, then all the real men that can play show up and they don't got a ball, and then you start playing ball and getting good, and this little asshole ready to go home and take his ball. Let his punk ass go take his ball home, man. We still can play without YouTube. We don't need them, man. But but we'll use it. We'll ride this thing till the wheels fall off. And really, at the end of the day, that's just the Most High drawing his hand back, man. That's all it is. And we should be glad. Like I said in the lesson last night, don't get all messed up when the wicked does wickedness, man. Period. And they're gonna do that. They saying all kind of stuff. We reserve the right to not host a video for you. Okay, well, fine. Cool. Great for you. America gonna still be destroyed. You gonna still be the Edomites, and we gonna still be Jake. So that's it, brothers and sisters. Hey, Lord will not go live tonight. I don't know. Now I kind of need a little bit of rest, but we'll see. Because every time I get off work and I get home and I'm just sitting there, I'm like, I'm just sitting here. I could do a live stream while I'm just sitting there on the couch. So with that, brothers and sisters, hey, wise up. Not that you not wise, but those that sitting on the fence, don't be sitting on the fence. Where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. And you can't fake the Most High. You ain't going to juke the Most High. All right? All praise to Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai by Hashem Rakakwadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Enough respect to you brothers and sisters out there all over the world going through trials and tribulations. Keep fighting. We'll see you soon. Lord willing. Shalom.